Guys, light one up for me. So, I'm gonna go over some basics of TCGs and the ones that I've been in, and what you guys, how you guys want to collect, depending on how much money you have. Just to name a few: Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lorcana, Magic, Dragon Ball Z, Digimon, One Piece. If I forgot one in there, I'm sorry. Yu-Gi-Oh, did I say that? I'm on my eBay page right now, guys, if you're not looking at the screen, and I'm looking at a Lorcana first chapter booster box, first print. I had a few of these, and the last card show I went to, I traded them for some slabs for a Pokemon. Because, as I've said in my previous videos, guys, I'm a guy who likes to stack a few things at a time. I don't have hundreds of thousands, millions, where I can just throw darts at any dartboard. You know, you got your dartboards, you got your Pokemon, your Yu-Gi-Oh, your Magic, your crypto, your stocks, your bonds, your metals, your guns, your antiques, collectibles, cryptos, cash. These are all avenues for us to make money. So it's very surprising. I haven't checked up on this. So thank you for the video request for this video, because these booster boxes were $300 when I bought them. Now they've 2x to $649. The cards in here, okay, guys, humans don't put value on things unless they're expensive. So when you look at something like a $300 Lorcana box, you're going to feel like it's not worth a lot compared to the other collectibles out there. This is the whole buying and the fear. This is buying blood on the streets. This is buying Bitcoin when nobody wants it. This is buying XRP when nobody wants it. This is buying investments. You're trying to get ahead of the curve. You're trying to beat the masses to the hit. That way, when the masses come in, you get their liquidity and you cash out. This is how this shit works. It's the American system is a fucking Ponzi scheme. You buy low and you sell high to the fucking highest bidder. You get in early, you sell to the highest bidder later down the road. That's how all this shit works. So we missed Bitcoin because now it's at 64,000. It's not doing shit. XRP, we still got. It's definitely the best. What's that word? Asynchronized bet, asymptomatic bet, something where you have the most chance to make the most money. But that's not fucking happening because of the manipulation. So we turn our attention towards trading cards. I digress. Lorcana has 2x. This is very surprising, but it shouldn't be. It's surprising to me personally because I had this and I FOMO too, guys. I FUD also. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. I remember, I always tell you, I have to have conviction for things if I'm going to stack it. So I have conviction for Bitcoin, I have conviction for XRP, I have conviction for Ethereum, I have conviction for Pokemon. And if I had more money, I'd get into Yu-Gi-Oh. And I lead into Yu-Gi-Oh now. If we go to, check this out. This is a first edition Magic Ruler Booster Box 2002. Going for $3,950. Now, this one is not first edition, I'm assuming. That's why it's a little bit cheaper. But, guys, these first editions are ridiculous. I mean, first editions are the cream of the crop with any TCG. So, I mean, if you can't get a PSA 10, you get a PSA 9. If you can't get a first edition, you get the second edition. Or the Shadowless or whatever. So, these are the cards that I grew up with. And the cards that I grew up with, I like to collect. And they just so happen to be worth money. So, all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I heavily played Yu-Gi-Oh. I had decks. I played with my friends in high school. Every day, after school, during break, we were Yu-Gi-Oh players. I didn't actually play any Pokemon. I just collected the cards. But Yu-Gi-Oh, I actually played pretty a lot. I played a lot, and I haven't played in years. But the cards still retain that nostalgic value to me, and I think they look great, just like Pokemon cards do. So let's go to a first edition Blue Eyes White Charizard. Just kidding. Blue Eyes White Dragon PSA 10. 2000. That's 2010. Here's a Blue Eyes Toon Dragon PSA 10 going for $2,500. Here you go. A 2002. This is Portuguese. That's not right. 2002. Here you go. This is the 2002 Starter Deck Kaiba First Edition Blue Eyes. $23,995. Here's another one. Starter Deck Kaiba First Edition. $12,500. Let's try to filter this to buy it now. And we'll go from price. Let's go to over 750. See what we get. Okay, so here you go. Here are some of your bangers. Even the 2010 reprint is going for $2,500, guys. So Yu-Gi-Oh has seen just the same appreciation as Pokemon, pretty much. 2002 first edition Legend of Blue Eyes Dark Magician. So you've got your it's just like Pokemon, guys. As the sets and eras go on, they change the look of the card. The character of the card is in a different pose. So the classic first edition Dark Magician PSA 10, the classic. You guys know, if you know Yu-Gi-Oh, you know which one I'm talking about. This one right here. Filter, buy it now. Price over 750. Okay, over 350. Okay, so you got a 2004 first edition going for $1,150. This is the classic right here. Oh, okay, I don't know why that says it's an Asian. But that is the classic picture right there. Here you go. Here you go again. Here you go. That's the one. 2002 Starter Deck Yugi first edition. This is the classic Yu-Gi-Oh card. Dark Magician is the Charizard. Blue Eyes is the Charizard. Okay, Dark Magician's like the Pikachu. Blue Eyes is like the Charizard. They are the two most amazing characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! I love them just as much as I love Pokemon. And I'm telling you, once I'm satisfied with my Pokemon collection, I will be switching to Yu-Gi-Oh! These prices are already exorbitant amount of prices. So I'm a fan of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Blue Chips, Magic, obviously. Lorcana seems to be getting somewhere. I went in on it back in 2023, and I still have 3. I'll post them up on my YouTube later, but I still have 3 PSA 10 unopened packs, single boosters, slabbed up PSA 10s, and I bought them for $800. And now that this booster box is rising, I wonder how much they're worth. So those are a little bit of basics of Yu-Gi-Oh! In comparison to Pokemon. You also have your first edition Egyptian God cards, which are some of my favorite cards. And I've never had them. I always wanted them. And honestly, if you look for the right ones of these, the prices should be ridiculous. Let's just say PSA 10. And so here you go. You can see, we'll set the price to buy it now. All right, so these are from 2010. These look like they're the reprints of the 2000 version. Even these reprints are going for $1,400. Now, here you go. So here you go. These are the 2021 more reprints, guys. These are not the originals. Blackluster Soldier, PSA 10, 2004, going for $2,500. Relinquished, $3,500. This was a very popular card when we were playing back in the day. $3,500. Massively underrated card. Not my favorite looking, but very popular. This is an ultra rare Dark Magician from Legend of Blue Eyes. 40,000 PSA 10. And I'm sorry I can't find these God cards for you guys. I had them. Here's an obelisk going for 400, probably lightly played. Let's see the back. Give me the back. Huh. Wow. All right. That's some Yu-Gi-Oh for you guys. Pokemon, let's go to the collector app. We are sitting at 31,000, and you might ask why. Cece, how did you go up $1,500 in a day? Well, I kind of switched some things around. My Vileplume Southern Islands is actually a CGC 10. So I just made it a PSA 10 on the collector app just to give me a price. And then, for CGC, you could subtract a few $100 from the PSA 10 price. So that's why I did that, because the CGC price wasn't showing up here. I guess there haven't been a lot of sales. So I switched it to a PSA 10, just subtract like $200 from that. So the CGC 10 Vileplume probably worth about $400 to $500. Destined Rivals, I saw a post today that said, oh my God, Destined Rivals is crashing, $50. Guys, if you are in crypto, you know what a real crash is. We just lost 5 digits in the last month with crypto. So I don't want to hear the word crash anymore, guys. Like when you guys say the word crash, I want to see pain. I want to see blood. $50 for going down on a booster box is not a crash. 10% for you guys is no longer a crash. You guys have had your first battle with crashes now. If you're new here, you've seen the crypto, you've seen Bitcoin go from 123 to 64,000. You guys are no longer virgins here. You know what a real crash is. Any other investment market that you go into, you will be better for it because you've been in crypto. If Destined Rivals goes back to 250, which is what I bought it for the booster box, I'm not going to care. I'm not going to care. It's just profits. It's playing with house money. So you guys got to learn to make bets. You guys got to start grading some raws. You guys got to start finding raws. Maybe rip a couple boosters. Get some. You will find some good lucky bangers in these sets. You will. You will turn that one card like Micro Ninja. That one blister. You randomly pull a really crispy card out of a booster blister pack, and you pull that Team Rocket's Mewtwo, and you send it in, and it gets a 10. Boom! You just turned $300 or $10 pack into $1,000. Those are the kind of hits you got to look for. Or you got to make the plays like these vintage plays with the Southern Islands promos where, you see this PSA 10s going for thousands of dollars. Check the PSA 9s. Okay, like maybe the PSA 9s, if I get in at this, it'll appreciate just like the PSA 10s. It's logical thinking, guys. My dad has a Michael Jordan rookie card that he graded back in the 90s. Or early 2000s. It came back in 8. He has the whole Fleer set with the Jordan card. That Jordan card's worth $18,000, just the slab, not the rest of the set. With the whole set's probably worth like $20,000. So even if you go for a PSA 8, 9, 10, it's proven that it's in the history books. It will still appreciate. Look at my Togepi right here. I told you guys I bought that for about $500, and it recently just popped to $1,000. You can check it on eBay. This Mega Charizard XEX I have in my collection, and I keep procrastinating. I'm gonna send that in because if that comes back a tag 10, that's gonna be a $3,000 to $2,700 card, and it's just sitting here. So if you don't send it in, it's not gonna get that price appreciation. So this is the technique. Crown Zenith. I showed you guys on my YouTube. I just picked up the Crown Zenith ETBs. Why? It's out of print. It's Sword and Shield. If you guys are new to trading cards, you want to get cards and sets that are out of print. That's the supply. If you want to talk in crypto, once they stop the print, the supply is capped. They will never print that set again. Dude, you know why, right? If they start printing, if they just say, okay, we're going to start making vintage cards again, first of all, it's not going to work because you can't just say I'm going to start making vintage stuff. Vintage means it's antique. It means it's rare. It's valuable. There's a reason you can't get any more of it. Shit out of luck, bro. Find the next opportunity. So, for you guys who are interested, and you guys have been asking me questions on the comments, if you're just starting to get into Pokemon specifically, start accumulating sets that are out of print. So Prismatic, I got a head start on, but I've slowed down because I'm now starting to get into more of the cheaper vintages, the PSA 9 vintages. I was looking up a Mewtwo Not a first edition, but it's the vintage one, the purple Psychic Energy, and even the non first editions PSA 9s still going for like $3,000, man. So it's up to you. You can't go wrong with anything out of print. You cannot go wrong with anything sealed. Sealed is always king. Sealed. Because when you're ripping packs, you're just gambling. For you guys who are new, if you're ripping packs at this point with these prices, you are literally gambling. Back 5 years ago, before the Logan Paul thing, you could rip packs. You can get a booster box for $99. You can get a booster box for $99. You can get hundreds of booster packs single at the card shop. I want this, I want this, I want this. Give me 10 of those. Give me 10 of these. Give me 10 of those. Dude, these packs are $30 now. You can't just... People don't have this money to burn on basically gambling for you to pull a Shinji Kanda Magikarp or a Shinji Kanda Giratina or a Sunbreon or a Moonbreon. Dude, you guys will go broke. So, this is what I mean. Think about the plays. Think about the logic. Okay, sets are out of print. Think about the comparisons to other markets. Think about the manipulation. Like, the thing about silver, about metals, and tangible things, antiques, collectibles, things that aren't digital, even cash. Like, I really do. I am so curious to see, and I know this video is getting long, but I am very curious to see what happens with crypto, because I feel like the sentiment in the air is that people are turning back towards non-digital. Because it's not, people realize this kind of manipulation, why would you put money into this if they could just send it down the drain at any moment? Well, the answer to that is because they could set it up at any moment too. So that's why we leave our shit in crypto. But now that we know this is happening, this kind of hardcore manipulation, we can keep the money there so that the elites, fuck you to the elites. We're leaving that there. I don't give a fuck if you set it to zero. I don't give a fuck. I'm not leaving. I'm just going to go start putting my money somewhere else. So fuck you guys. You could sit here and try to manipulate me all you want. Oh, we're going to go up and down and you're never going to get rich. 589 XRP. Okay, well, cool, bro. I'll just go over to Pokemon, where the assets are real. I can hold them. I can store them. I can, just like you guys say with silver, gold, you can hold them. You can store them. Even if they manipulate the prices on the websites like APMEX or Bullion or whatever, or Coinbase, Binance, that's the difference. They can electronically manipulate all these and lose your money. Even if they try, like on Collector app here, like, okay, we got all these prices, we got all the total, we got our portfolio, everything's going up and down. But let's say the app tries to fuck you, right? Just like Coinbase, like, okay, well, Bitcoin's going to zero. All this stuff, the value of something is placed on by humans. So just be like, let's say my Charizard first edition PSA 5 worth $1,500. I look at my Collector app one day and it's down to $500. I will either think, okay, the market sentiment about Charizard has completely changed. People don't want Charizard anymore. Something happened with Charizard. See how ridiculous this sounds? Humans will never not value a vintage base set first edition Charizard. They just won't, because they're never going to print more, so it will always be valuable. Bitcoin and crypto is so shady, and so the waters are so muddied that we don't know what's going on. But Pokemon and Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And cards and metals, we can safely say, in our hands when we hold it, this is worth this much. This is valued at this much, and no manipulation can change that about this thing. That's where you need to put your money, guys. That's where I'm feeling I'm going to put my money. Things that can solidify without manipulation. And to me, that's trading cards and Magic, not crypto. That's my suggestion. That's my video. I hope that helped. I'm going to keep doing these card videos. I know the way I do things, guys, the way my brain works, I'm kind of all over the place. I'll get more organized, but anyways, I hope that helped. Just some inside information there. And have a great day, guys. Peace.